Can we not do the first question? Because it's
Yes.
so easy.
Now, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, you are talking about this test, right? Test 2. In revision exercise 3, we have 3 tests. Last time we did test 1. This is test 2. We have one more test. And after that, Arat, now let's do maybe 2 weeks, SASMO questions. Is that okay with you?
Should we do it as well, or we should do at class?
Say again?
Should we do as homework, or we should do in class? Like the one which we always do.
No, we will do in the class. And also you have to practice at home. Okay.
Okay.
Because Arat, just here in the class, you listen to me, and that is not enough. All right. You have to practice one more time yourself without looking at the solution. Can you really do that? Because many times, from my experience, the students, they say, and I understand. Okay. When I just ask them, okay, without any solution, they fail to solve many questions. That's why our eyes may deceive us. Okay. And they say that, okay, Mr. Tarat, you understand, you know that. Okay. But here, when actually you try yourself without any help, without anybody's help, can you do that in a short time or not? That is a problem. Okay.
I have problem with English. Most of the time, like with Durian, which it was there, or the other one, which was like two people are like walking, or these things. I always have mistake because I don't know like two or three words.
Okay, Arat, that's why you are here. Okay, that's why here. If you don't need English, if you need to learn math, I mean, you wouldn't come to this class, all right? Because there are a lot of good professors, good math teachers in Azerbaijan where you are living there. They can teach you much, much better than me, I guess, okay, in other language. But why did we start this course? Number one, and this is for the students who are studying at private schools or where the medium of language is English, number one. Number two, they have a plan in the future to study abroad where English is the spoken language, like UK or European countries or USA or New Zealand, Singapore, Australia, you just name it, okay? And number three, so in the future, also you can do some research or use materials which are in English. All right. So that's why now you are here, Arat, and everybody here, you are not learning only math. Okay. Because number one, you are learning language, math language in English. And you have to be familiar so that after a certain time, you will be very comfortable. You can deal with any mathematical problem. And most of the students, they have understanding problem, okay, not the problem solving problem. If they understand, if I give them equation, they can solve, okay, any equation, even difficult equation, they can solve. But if I ask them the problem in word problem style, like for example, as you see in question B, a man buys an article for $520 and sells it later for $572. Calculate his percentage gain on cost for the transaction. And if you don't understand, you cannot solve this, of course. That's why also here we are working on your vocabulary, on your English. Okay, you can speak English. It doesn't mean that you can understand English math. Did I make myself clear? All right, do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Arad, if you remember last time, we solved one question about candle. Do you remember?
Ah, yes, and I said that I have different.
Yeah, today the same question I asked to the students, okay? I mean, the students means university students. They are like 17, 18-year-olds. Okay, I just wanted to test, do they understand or not? I asked, and none of them could solve that problem. That is from grade 7 book. Okay, so
Actually, if you just know that you should draw, it would be easy. Because when you draw, then all of it become easy. But when you don't
yeah,
just
that's the problem, Arad. You should understand one thing. In real life, a lot of problems appear in just words. You should understand, you should convert this into mathematical equation, then solve this. Okay, we call this modeling problem. A lot of students, they have understanding problem. You just say something, they don't understand. You just say something, they don't understand. That's why here Number one, your vocabulary and mathematical language skill, all right, and problem solving skill and understanding skill. When you just say something, can you make connection between quantities or variables? And can you understand what's going on? Because we are living in a world where everything is related to each other, right? And the day and the night, the motion of the moon and the what is it? The sun and time, your hunger, for example, the time is passing, you're getting hungry, right? And you're growing. I don't know, everything actually they're related to each other. Okay, that's why when you just hear something, can you understand or not? Okay, if I ask you, Arad, calculate his percentage gain on cost for the transaction. And if you say that, Mr. Custom, I know how to solve the problem, but I don't understand. First explain. No, it's not like that. Can you, when you hear this, do you understand or not? Okay. Arad, let's do like this. Arad, Narmin, Javid, Eldar. Before I continue, those two questions I want to ask you, okay? But I'll give you 5 minutes. Very easy questions. After that, we will continue our class from here. Okay. All right. Just let me open this quickly. Okay. It is from grade 7. It's about rate problems. All right. Okay. Guys, are you ready? You have 4
In
minutes to
reality,
solve this question. Now I'm going to show you that's problem. Can you see that? Arad, can you see that? Javid, Eldar, can you see the question?
yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, everybody read it, do it, and let's say we will discuss this. You have 5 minutes to solve this question. That is one problem from ratio rate speed from secondary 1 book. But it's a little bit challenging question. Guys, I will just bring 1 glass of water for myself, okay? I'm here. Narmin, any answer?
Not yet.
Not yet. Shane, are you here?
Yes.
Any answer?
No.
Okay.
I found, but it's not logical.
What did you get?
4 kilometers and 150 meters.
Mm, That's the correct answer.
What? Ah, it's per minute. I thought it's per hour, then I thought 100 meter in hour, how they can go.
Okay. Shall we discuss together, Narmin?
Yes.
Okay. This is also interesting question, but the problem is, if you understand, it's very simple, right? But the problem is a lot of students didn't understand this or don't understand this. Anyway, actually in the question, Ara, this actual diagram is not given. You need to draw yourself. But here, just to make this clear, I also put this from the solution. That's why it's here. So two brothers, Peter and Paul, are vegetable sellers. All right. One morning, they left home together at 5 o'clock for the same time for the market, each pushing a cart full of vegetables. Peter traveled at a constant speed of 100 meters per minute and Paul a constant speed of 60 meters per minute. That means that Peter is walking much faster than Paul. After arriving at the market, Peter spent 5 minutes unloading the vegetables and immediately returned along the same route at the same speed to help Paul. If Peter met Paul at 5 minutes to 6 o'clock, right here, the meeting point, what is the distance between their house and the market? Okay. And let's say the distance from their house to the market is d meters. All right. And their meeting point is here. All right. And the distance from here to the market, let's say it is x, right? And the remaining distance will be d minus x. Now let's write the equation for Peter. For Peter. What is the distance traveled by Peter? First from house to market, and after that he returned, right? So he traveled d plus x meters. And what was his speed? His speed was 100 meters per minute. So that is 100 minutes per minute. And how many minutes did he travel? He met his brother at 5:50, but he left his house at 5 o'clock. But more than that, also 5 minutes he spent for unloading the vegetables at the market. 5 minutes, right? It was at a station point. He didn't move. So that means that his total traveling time is 55 minutes minus 5 minutes. That is 50 minutes. That's equal to 3,000 meters. So that means that Peter traveled 300 meters. And how about Paul? Paul traveled from house until he meets his brother, right? That is d minus x. So here we have d minus x is equal to, what was his speed? 60 meters per minute. That is 60 minutes per minute. And how many minutes he traveled? From 5 o'clock, he left his house at 5 o'clock and traveled until he met his brother at 5:55. That means that he traveled for 55 minutes, which is equal to 3,300.
Teacher, 50 times 100 is... Okay.
It is 5,000, right? It is 5,000. Now, and the first one is distance is d plus x. The second one is d minus x. If you add them together, it's just simple system of linear equations. So here we have 2d. On the right-hand side, 5,000 plus 3,300 is equal to 8,300. Now from here, dot, 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 distance is equal to 4,150 meters.
Teacher, I went at the end in another way. Instead of doing algebra, I added the distances, so it become like much longer, then divided by 2, so it become only one, like taking the average.
Okay, what do you mean without using algebra?
No, because I just didn't write d plus x or d minus x. I just found the distance which Peter traveled and then Paul. I didn't have any d or x. Then took the average, because average will be 2 distance, then divided by 2 to become only 1 distance.
Okay. Arad, a lot of problems you can solve them without algebra, but without algebra, usually it is long and not so clear. Number two is using algebra. When things get more complicated, without algebra, you cannot solve them. It is very, very hard. And that's why usually when we solve using algebra, that means that we are practicing actually to to get ready for more complicated problems. So we have to learn how to solve questions in a systematic way, because solving systematic way, that is very, very important. I mean, the discipline, that's we call this discipline, right? We can solve this, but actually, can you just write them step by step, okay? And also this algebraic way, in the future, you will say that a lot of problems without algebra, you cannot solve them. That's why we need to improve our algebraic skill. Anyway, guys, let's continue. I want to ask one more question, but you have 3 minutes to answer that question. Very easy question. Okay, but just a kind of practice for you. If you're ready, read it and do it. 3 minutes. But just, I will bring water. It is too hot here, you know. I'm very thirsty. Any answer? Are you all right? You coughing? Oh my gosh. Can you close the door? Hello. Any answer?
Should we convert it to hour?
I don't know. What is the question? The question is find the length of the goose train. Find the length in meters. Narmin, any answer?
No.
No. Hussein, how about you? Guys, why are all of your cameras are off? Huh? Marmin, Arad, Javid, Eldar, Hussein. Oh, Javid, at least I can see you. Keep it on.
Is it 40 meters?
No. Are you guessing, Arad? Are you guessing what?
No, I just don't know how to solve it because one is going in opposite, another one is going like this. If it was stationary, it was so easy.
Okay. It says that even there's a hint, right? Model the problem and draw a diagram, right? Here we have one line and here we have another line. Here our first train is moving and here our second train is moving, right? And this one is in this direction and this one is in this direction. And here Mr. Arad is standing here. Okay, so now the passing point, right? Since they are moving towards each other, the first rate is, what is it? 72 kilometers per hour. And this goose train speed is 54 kilometers per hour. Right. Now from here, since they are moving to each other, what is the approaching speed to each other? So because we are moving, right? So actually the speed is 72 plus 54, right? And it says that if the goose train passed him in 8 seconds, so 8 seconds is to change 8 seconds into hours. that is 8 seconds over 3,600, right? So here we have the distance. Okay, so that's it. This one is the speed and this one is the time, right? And once he sees the train here, it is passing from this point right to this side. And at what speeds? And also this train is moving to the right, this train is moving to the left. So we need to add the speed, right? And that is the length of the speed just for this car. So now if you simplify this, 72 kilometers is 72, 72,000 plus 54,000,
Is it
and the times here we have 8, and here we have 3,600. These zeros cancel each other, right? By 4, it is 2, 720, 540, that's equal to 121,260. Over by 4, it is 9, which is equal to, if you simplify this, it is 3, right? It is 40.
240?
Is it 280?
240, 40.
Are you sure?
No.
2 times 126 and divided by 9. Okay, that's 280. So the
Okay.
length of the goose train is 280 kilometers. I mean meters. Narmin, is it clear? Did you understand everything?
Yes.
Hussein, how about you?
I understand.
Very good, guys. If you understand now, I'm expecting that everybody solves correctly the next question.
But
And
I
I mean,
didn't
I'm going to ask similar
understand.
question. Okay, are you ready?
No, because I didn't understand one thing.
You didn't understand one thing. What is it?
Why did we add the speed? Why not minus or take the average?
Because they are moving towards each other, right? If you just stand there, if I walk towards you, at what speed I approach you? At my speed, right? And how about you are walking to me, I'm walking to you, Arad? At that time, we need to add our speed, right?
Ah, in that way? Ah, okay, thank you.
Because these trains are moving towards each other.
But why the train is so big?
What do you mean so big? 280 meters is just normal length.
It's a lot.
I think maybe you have never seen a train, Aras.
It's just every wagon is about like how many meter? 8 meter. Like if
Yes,
you do it,
Aras,
it would be
we are talking about goods trains. Check on the internet. What is the speed of goods train? It is very long.
it's good train with the ones which are a little bit dark brown.
No, it's not a passenger train. Usually goods trains are very long. And maybe, I don't know, you have ever seen this or not. I saw a lot. Goods train, they just carry like coal or woods or what is it?
I saw.
They are very long.
But in Iran, when I saw it was like even smaller than passenger.
But in the world, there are a lot of different countries. You know, come to Malaysia or Uzbekistan, I will show you.
Really?
Yeah, goods trains are very long. Anyway,
Why
guys,
is
let's
it
go
so
and
big?
move. You can check on the internet, okay? Usual length of goods train, usually they are long. So we are moving to the next question. You will have 4 minutes, also very interesting question. And these are not usual questions, a little bit challenging question. And usually in this book, in Singapore books, at the end of each chapter, they give easy questions, medium level questions, and after that, hard questions. After that, and also they have one section, challenge yourself. That is challenging questions. I don't know, I really like this kind of questions. And as you know that in the world, math education in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, it is developed a lot. Okay, and Arad, really, I have some students from Hong Kong, and also I prepare students for Hong Kong Olympiad for WIMO. WIMO is World International Math Olympiad. That is WIMO. Okay, they are so smart, you know, very small kids from Hong Kong, very smart. I mean, they answer so quickly. And really, I mean, students in Singapore and Hong Kong and Taiwan, they are really good in math. Anyway, let's get back to our class. I have another question. Okay, you have 4 minutes to solve this. If you are ready, read it and the answer is okay. If you answer before 4 minutes, you can just leave your answer in the chat box to me, not to everyone. I will have a look. Time starts now.
Teacher, are we going to have three unknowns?
No, 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 no. All right. Read the question well. It's very, very easy question. Just one unknown. One unknown means two unknown because the distance and time and the,
Oh, in that way.
we are talking about two conditions. That means that we will have two equations, right? And here we have two unknowns. If we have three unknowns, then we cannot solve it.
Teacher, I have found.
What is it?
210 meters.
210 meters.
Yes.
210 meters.
Yes, why not?
No, that's the wrong answer. The answer is more than 10,000.
Is it
How much?
37,000 point?
I mean,
Is it 37,800?
yeah, that's the correct answer.
Oh, sorry, I have found the time.
Arab, that's why you should understand the problem well.
Teacher, today we had we had one test and the other lesson was just so boring. In the other lesson, there was one person who was interrupting. Today it was so bad day.
Every day is good day. No day is bad day, all right? If it is good day, that means that you are every day is good day. Enjoy every moment. Life is too short. Never make yourself unhappy. Anyway, Ara, let's do this. Okay, we are talking about three people. Let's say here, this one is town A and this one is town B. Okay, and from town A, Stephen is walking towards B, and Stephen's speed is given, that is 100 meters per minute. Okay, and in this direction. From town B, two guys, the first one is Jason. Jason's speed is 80 meters per minute, and Melvin. Melvin's speed is 75 meters per minute, right? And it says that they left the cities at the same time. right? Maybe let's say in the early morning at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever it is. And since, as you see here, Jason is walking faster than Melvin, Stephen is going to meet Jason first. And let's say Stephen meets Jason here, right? That is the first meeting point. So the distance traveled by Stephen and the distance traveled by Jason is equal to the distance between these two cities. So here, distance is equal to, again, the same problem. They are walking towards each other, right? They are approaching speed. At what speed they are approaching each other? We need to add their speeds. That is 100 plus 80. And let's say, suppose that we don't know when did they meet each other. After 10 minutes, they meet each other. And after that, right, Stephen keeps walking. And also after 6 minutes, right? So after 6 minutes, that's 6 minutes. Now he meets a Melvin. Now, how about Stephen and Melvin? At what speeds they are approaching each other? That is the sum of their speed. That is 100 plus 75. But actually, Stephen met Melvin. After 6 minutes, he met Jason. So that is T plus 6 minutes. So that's it. That's our equation. The first equation, 180 T. The second equation is 175 T plus 6. Now, if you simplify this, 175 T take to the left-hand side. Here we have 5 T. And on the left-hand side, we have 175 times 6. If you divide both sides by 5 and simplify this, 175 is divided by 5 is 35. 35 times 6 is 210 minutes. Now we need to find the distance, right? So the distance is, what is it? Distance is, just take the first equation. Distance is 180 T. So 180 T, what is T? It is 210, which is equal to, Narmin, what did you say? 3750?
80.
378.
800.
Yeah.
800
77.
meters. Okay, so that means 37 kilometers, or simply 37.8 kilometers. So the distance between these two towns is 37.8 kilometers. Somebody is,
Can I ask a question?
Arad, 37,800. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. That's why I'm here.
These three people counted how much was their speed. Why didn't they count the distance instead of just making us here?
Okay, Arad, actually, this is Stephen and Melvin, Jason. Why are you asking this question to me? You need to ask Stephen, Melvin, and Jason, not to me.
But really, they counted the speed, but they didn't count the distance.
Okay, next time if I meet these guys, I will ask them, okay, why didn't they count the distance? And if I get the answer, I will let you know. Okay, Arat.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys, that's enough for this. Let's get back to our class then. Next time also, I will ask. Sometime we need to practice kind of questions. Easy, but tricky. I don't know. Not everybody understands these questions. All right.
Can we not do the first one?
So that is last time, the first one we finished, right? Or not yet?
No, we didn't even start, but the first one is really easy and time consuming.
No, we finished the first one. How come?
Oh,
Are you
you
talking
mean the
about
first
this?
test? Yes, I meant the test. We finished the first test. I mean the
Yes.
first question. He did it all.
Which first question?
In test 2.
Are you talking about this?
Can we not do it?
Yes.
Thank you.
You mean, what do you mean?
Can we start from question 3? Because
Yes, of course.
those questions are so easy.
Yeah, it's not about easy or not, Arad. Actually, chapter 8 and 9 is about congruent and similar triangles. And after that, areas and the volumes of similar solids. Okay. So next time, I'm going to give you some, not just revision. And after that, we have 2 more chapters. It's about trigonometry. And I don't explain in detail. I will just prepare some questions and practice with you. And when I give like 5 minutes, if you can solve questions, it's fine. If you cannot, like today, we will practice a bit more questions. Okay. All right, then question 3. Let's just practice a few. We have 20 minutes left. It's okay, no problem. Now we know that for the figure below, find the length of PQ and QC. From here, it is the question related to similar triangles, right? In general, not only triangles. If 2 geometric figures are similar, that means that their corresponding sides are proportional. And what does it mean? It means that usually, if you want to construct similar figures, right? Let's say you have one small triangle. Let's say we have small triangle, right? And something like this. Now you want to construct another small triangle that is similar to this. And number 1 is similar means their all corresponding angles are the same, right? Equal. So we need to stretch each side by some scale factor, right? If this one is, let's say, 3, and this one is 5, let's say this one is 7 something, all right? And these angles are something, okay? Now, at what scale you want to enlarge this, for example? Let's say your scale factor is 2, right? At the time, I need to multiply this by 2. So the new triangle's length will be 6. Multiplies by 2, it is 10. Multiplies by 2, it is 14. So these numbers will be the length of the size of another triangle, which is similar to this triangle, right? And that's why if you just take the ratios here, 6/3 and 14/7 and 10/5, they are equal. What are these? They are corresponding sides of these 2 similar triangles. That is the main idea. Now, if you look at this triangle, we need to find PQ. Where is PQ? Here. Let's say it is X. And also we need to find QC. Let's say QC is Y. As you see here, that is a common angle, right? And from here, triangle APQ is similar to big triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. How do I know that? Angle A is a common angle. Since PQ is parallel to BC, these are corresponding angles. They are equal. And also these are also corresponding angles. They are also equal. And that means that since their 3 corresponding angles are equal, that means that these 2 triangles are similar. So since they are similar, that means that their corresponding sides are proportional. What do we mean by corresponding sides? Here in the small triangle, opposite this angle alpha, let's say it's angle alpha, we have X. So here we have X. In a big triangle, the opposite this angle alpha, we have 10. This side is 10. In a small triangle, right, opposite this angle, for example, let's say it is beta, and also this one is beta. Small triangle, opposite beta, we have 3. In a big triangle, opposite beta, here we have Y plus 3. Equals the last angle, angle Q, opposite angle Q, we have 4. Opposite angle C, 6 plus 4, that's equal to 10. That means that these are the sides of these 2 triangles and they are proportional. Now, if I just pick these 2 ratios, I can get the value of X. So what is X? X is equal to 4 because 10, 10. Now we know the value of X. Now, if I just take the second and third equations, we will get the value of Y. So from here, cross multiply, 10 times 3, it is 30. And 4 times Y plus 3, that is 4Y plus 12. So 4Y is equal to 18. What is Y? Y equals 4.5. Dot, dot, dot. From here, PQ is equal to 4 centimeters. and the CQ is equal to 4.5 centimeters. Any questions?
No. Can we skip to question 5 because 4 is easy as well?
Okay, just a equation. Okay, make y the subject of this. All right.
This one I used a lot of cosine and sine law. Is it like allowed?
In the diagram, ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, PQ. What is PQ? PQ is 4. All right. QD, it is 8. BPQ. BPQ. What is BPQ? BPQ is 70. And the CQD is 40. All right. And you need to use calculator because these angles are not special angles. Okay. Number one is we need to find the length of CD. What is CD? It is here, right? So let's say CD is X. How do you find X? Since opposite side is a given, right? If this is a rectangle, that means that this CDQ is a right angle triangle. So let me just start from here. So we know that in a right angle triangle, right, when we talk about the angle, the opposite side over adjacent side, I mean hypotenuse, it gives us the sine. So from here, sine of 40 degrees is equal to opposite side. It is X over hypotenuse, it is 8. So what is X? X equals 8 times sine of 40 degrees.
It's about 5. It's about 5. X times sine of 40 is about 5.
8 times sine of 40 is equal to 5.14. Let's just leave our answer correct at 2 decimal places. 5.14 centimeters.
Teacher, I just wrote X sine of 40. I didn't like use calculator because I thought it should be like clear.
If you're talking about SASMO, of course, they don't ask such question. If they ask such question, they give special angles like 45 or 30 or 75 or something like that. But like if you're talking about some international exams, such as IGCSE or A level or AS level or SAT, for example, US exam, they need to calculate exactly, and they ask question like this: calculate this and leave your answer corrected 2 decimal places, for example. And that's why also you need to calculate this, since you're at home and you have a calculator, and also do it. And how about question B? APD. What is APD? APD is this angle, right?
I found 69.11.
How?
First, we have to like find the what was it, the other side? First, we found that the other one is 20. Do you see BPQ triangle? Angle Q, I mean BPQ is 20 degree. Then 20 plus 40 plus theta is equal to 180. Theta is 120. Then I found the side like in triangle PQD, the one which have 4, 8, and x. Then I found that like a squared is equal to 16 plus 64 minus 2 times minus 64 sine of sorry, cosine of 120 degree. It became 4 root of 7. Then from 4 root of 7 in the continuous, then I found other angles in that triangle.
Okay.
Then
Yeah, let's do like this, Aras. Just one equation. I'm going to write this, okay, here. And you'll check this and you'll compare your answer is simpler or my answer is simpler. What time is it? 9:49. Okay, we have 10 minutes. All right. Now, as you see here, this angle is 70. This one is alpha, right? And that's a straight line. So this angle, right? Let me just write it here. So this angle should be 180 minus 70 minus alpha, which is equal to 110 minus alpha. Okay. And since that is 70, this angle should be 20, right? If it is 20, this angle is 40. So this angle is, what is it? 120. Okay. And all right, 120. Okay, we don't know that
And we
angle.
have to find PD.
All right. Okay. So let me just find PD. If we know PD, right, I can find this angle alpha. How can I find PD? How can I find PD? Using
Cosine law.
cosine law. Okay. So PD squared is equal to cosine law. It is 4 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 4 times 8 times cosine of the angle included. That is 120 degrees, which is equal to 4 squared is here. Let me just calculate this. 16 plus 64 minus 2 times 4 times 8 times cosine of 120, which is
4
equal
root of
to
7.
112. So PD is equal to square root of 112, or square root of the answer, that's equal to 4 times square root of 7. I mean, just exact answer. Now, if you know PD, right, now I can just write the second equation. Let me just write here. And if I apply the cosine rule for this triangle again, so here we have 8
We
squared.
can do sine.
Huh?
We can do sine law. 4 root of 7 over 100, sine of
Okay, then
120.
sine law, it is sine of 110 minus alpha over, right, opposite side is 8 equals, here we have sine of 120 over, opposite side is PD, we had just found it, that is 4 square root of 7. Now from here, what is sine of 110 minus alpha? That's equal to multiply both sides by 8. That is 2 times sine of 120. That is cosine of 30. That is square root of 3 over 2. Right?
But
So
there
it's
is
just,
root of 7 as well.
huh?
In the bottom, there is root of 7 as well. When you cancel, the root of 7 is left.
Yeah, cosine of 30, that's equal to square root of 3 over 2. So that's equal to square root of 3 over 7. Now from here, what is 110? 110 minus alpha is equal to sine inverse of square root of 3 over 7. Hussein, is everything clear for you? Hussein,
Yes.
yes or no? Do you know about the sine rule and cosine rule?
No.
No. Okay, no problem. Next time I will prepare one class. Okay, we will talk about this. Okay. All right, that's it. Now from here, what is sine inverse? Sine inverse of square root of 3 over 7. Okay, that's equal to 40.1. Okay, so that's equal to 40. I will correct it to the, okay, that's 41. So what is alpha? Alpha is 110 minus 41. That's equal to 69.
So my answer is correct.
So the last answer is AD, and we can just find AD, right? how can we get this? To find AD, I know alpha, and I know this PD, right? So opposite sides over hypotenuse is equal to PD. That means for C, what is sine of alpha is equal to opposite side, that is AD, over hypotenuse, that is PD. Now from here, AD is equal to, what is PD? PD, we have already found this, right? What is PD? Is it 5.14?
No,
Or
4 root of 7.
where is it? PD. 4 root of 7 times sine of 69 degrees. So that gives us the length of AD.
9.88.
9.88 centimeters.
Actually, 89. If it be 2, 3 times substituted, it's 89.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just all right. That's it. Actually, I will next time maybe teach you some, and after you'll practice. No problem. Oh, that's very long question. Also, we will discuss this. Let me just have a look what we have here. Okay, that's it. I think that's one such small question. Last time I saw in 1 year, they asked this exactly the same question. List the pairs x, y for which x and y are positive integers such that, right? Positive integers.
X is obviously 5. No, not 5 actually.
Yeah, how do you solve this?
First, you have to get approximate of 5 root of 0.4. I think it was 3 point something, then x is 3. Then when you substitute 15 plus 3y is equal to that, you get y is equal to 20 over 3 and x is equal to 3.
Yeah, I would solve like this. Here it says that for which x and y are positive integers. What are the positive integers? These are the numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. These are the positive integers. So here we have 5x plus 3y is equal to 35. Since xy are positive integers, here we have multiples of 5. And here we have multiples of 3. In how many different ways I can just write this 35 as a multiples of 5 and 3. So that one is, number one is 5 plus 30, right? Now it works because 5 is a multiple of 5. The second multiple of 5 is 10. That is 5 times 1. So the second one is 5 times 2 plus, that is 10. So here we have 25. But 25 is not the multiple of 3, so it doesn't work. And 5 times 3, it is 15. And here we have 20, right? And also 20 is not multiple of 3, so also it doesn't work. And 5 times 4, 20. And here we have 15. 3 times 5, it works. And 5 times 5, 25 plus 10. 10 is not multiple of 3. And 5 times 6, 30 plus 5, right? And the last one is 5 times 7 plus 5 times 0. Also, it doesn't work. This 5 is not multiple of 2, doesn't work. Also, here we have only two possibilities, the first one and this one. So possible values are, what is it? 1, and this one is 3 times 10, so it is 10. Second one is, here we have 4, and the 5 times 3, it is 5. So the only possible values are this.
Teacher, but you can also have 7 and 0.
But it says a positive integer.
Teacher, but
0 is not a positive number.
0 is both positive and negative.
Who said that? Your math teacher?
I don't remember.
0 is not positive, it's not negative, it's a neutral number.
I mean both. Like it's both negative and positive, then.
No, 0 is not positive, it's not negative, it's just a number. All right, I have to finish this. Okay, that's good. Very good class. And next time, and we will talk about Javid and Hussein. If you have no idea about this, I will give you some idea next time. Okay, we will see whenever
Okay.
time comes. And in this way, we will continue. Okay, now I have to finish because other group is waiting for me. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. Try to practice some questions. And let me see. Okay, next week, maybe 1 week, we are going to practice SASMO questions. It's a kind of break to our class. Okay, and we will practice. And also after that, you need to practice one more time. Okay, guys. If you have any question, you can drop in WhatsApp. Okay, I am closing this meeting.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. See you next Tuesday. Okay,
Bye.
bye
Bye.
bye. Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Goodbye, sir.
Bye bye. Thank you.